And here we are. How you doing, everyone? Nice to see you. Beautiful sunny day, quite cold as well here in England. And how are you doing? How's things with you? You'll notice I've got my glasses on. Do you remember I made comments the last few streams about wearing contact lenses and it just wasn't working? So bear with me because you'll probably see some reflection in the lenses here. But anyway, it's better so I can actually see what you're all saying. Lovely messages here. We've got Susan Zhang, Heart of Gold, the first song to meet JHJ. Oh, well, really cool. That's good. Now, a lot of people, of course, would be getting to know JHJ through Shattered Dreams. Eva Lee, hello, Clark. I'm so excited to hear the story behind the song. Hope your mom is well. That's another story. Yes, she is. But it's been quite a week. Um, what have we got here? Oh gosh, everything's going by. Tina, hello Clark, hello Tina, how's it going? Hi there, Alice, how are you? Um, Rocchio, I hope I said that right. Saldana, hello, nice that you were doing this. Thank you very much. Is that right, Rocchio or Rocchio? Lovely to hear from you though. Tristan Sanchez, I'm doing well, and those glasses look good on you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. That's very nice. Um, Darren, hey Ark. Yes, I've been called many things, but not Noah's ship. So thank you very much, Darren. Kenji, hello from Japan. Hello, Kenji. Konnichiwa. We've got Sue, evening, Clark, and everyone. Hello, Sue, and hello, everyone. Eric, hello from a grey Los Angeles. You must have our son. Looking forward to hearing about Heart of Gold. Hello, mate. How you doing? Um, Annie, hello, nice hair. Are you referring to me? I actually got my hair cut. What a revelation that was. Um, Setsuko, nice white. Thank you very much. Yeah, last minute decision, last minute fashion decision. We've got Lewis. Good evening, Clark. Nice to salutate you and you, Lewis. Um, Ken. Oh, I'm trying to get that. Ken, what I love about Heart of Gold, besides the brilliant music, is that it has a heavy top hidden in a pop song, as is sympathetic to the character and shows the other side of the coin. Sorry, Ken, heavy topic. Absolutely. Well, we'll get into that. It's a very good point. You've kind of said it for me, so well done. Um, Hi, Jeroen. How you doing? Goedemiddag. Vanessa, I can say goedemiddag to you pretty much, can't I, Vanessa? How you doing? Um, Hi, Darren. How are you? Um, the unpronounceable name, sorry. Good evening, Clark. Glad to see you again. Hello, man. Nice to see you from Kazakhstan, I think. Brendan, hello from London. Looking well. Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Oh, John. Hello, Clark from Clonakilty, West Cork Island. I've been to Clonakilty. Loved it very much. Wonderful music there as well. I was so inspired. TN, hello from the Pacific Northwest, Mr. Medicine Wheel. Hope you're doing well. TN, you have some inside information. We're going to get there, okay? Elio, hello, Clark from Italy. Ciao. Ciao, Elio. Sylvia, hi, Clark. Greetings from sunny Holland. Hello, Sylvia. Halle Shagan. It's a lovely name. I hope I pronounced that right. Greetings from sunny Scotland. Good to hear from you. You know I love Scotland, everyone. Anders, hello from Anders and Irina from Norway. Hello, Anders and Irina. Thank you for joining me. Marie, hello Marie. Um, Fatima, speaking of nice hair, Clark, do you use Timote? Rick Mail bottom reference. Very good. That's someone in the know. Um, Luna, hello from Germany. Hello, Luna. How are you? Oh, Andrea, hi from Plymouth. Um, David, hi. Tuning in from Saugatuck. Did I say that right? While waiting for my second Pfizer shot. Heart of Gold is one of my faves too. Well, what an amazing moment in time. Deborah, hello, Clark Debs. London lives Exeter. Ah, very good. Okay, Exeter's a good place to be. Yeah, as you know, I used to live down that way. Hello, Josh. How you doing from Davenport, Iowa? Nice to see that you've joined us again. Hello, Liz. Hello, Sean. Aloha from Berlin. I could go on and on. Oh, I guess this is Gonzalez Cindy. I guess that's Cindy Gonzalez. Am I right? Hi, Clark from Streatham. Hello. Welcome. You're not that far away from me, actually. Well, thanks for all your messages. I will say hello to Rosie. Good afternoon, Clark from Italy. Sing more. I will. Thank you very much, Rosie. Okay, it's time for a glass of water. Um, if you can see behind me, I've got my cup of tea there, the Fox mug, and I've got some chocolate covered rice cakes there. Very nice, very nice. I can see people have been saying what they're bringing. Let me know what you're bringing to the table today. Well, this is a really packed um, episode because Heart of Gold has one of the biggest backstories, um, probably as big as I Don't Want to Be a Hero. That's the other one that has quite a big backstory of the Turn Back the Clock songs. And of course, Shattered Dreams does as well, but it's kind of different. The Heart of Gold and Hero, because they're very lyrically oriented, there's quite a bit to say about them. Firstly, let me just say that me and Mike did try and get him on this show with an interview we were going to do a few days ago. My mum had to go into hospital, as I've told you before. She's 93. She had to have some kidney stones removed, so that kind of, took my complete attention. And then we agreed to do the interview yesterday early evening, and then a pipe at Mike's place burst, and it was chaos there. So we didn't make it happen. We will. We will. So I'm glad to see you're all doing all right. Let's just see what we've got. Sean saying Magnetize would be an amazing live stream one day too. Absolutely. Well, this is interesting. People have been asking me, am I going to be doing songs from Rain Dance, from Magnetize, from Wide Awake? And the answer is yes, yes, yes. Folks, I've mapped this out. This week I mapped out Journey songs. And if you want, you can stick with me for over a year. I'm going to be doing Journey songs for over a year. And it'll probably go on beyond that. So, yes, I will cover those albums. Carol, love to your mom. Clark, hope she's okay now. Yeah, she rebounded really quickly. God, I'm glad I've got some of her DNA. Fantastic. So thank you, everyone. Tracy, hello from Surrey. Hi, Tracy. Up the road again from where I am. Larissa, hello, Clark. Welcome. How are you? I'm very happy because I'm going to watch you live. Thank you very much for these wonderful lives. I wish you have an excellent Saturday. I love you. Thank you so much, Larissa. Lovely message. Have we got here? Cambodia Nomad Tips. That's an interesting name. Don't eat the hole in the donut. Ha ha ha. Very good. I like that. Okay. What we got? Mark and Kirsty. Buckingham, love the glasses, Clark. Tea and a few cheeky digestives while watching you. Get well soon to your mom. Thank you. My mom is just out of hospital too. Suddenly we become the parent to our parent. Sending love. Absolutely, Mark and Kirsty. You've hit the nail on the head. And don't they deserve it as well? So, yes. So, continued hellos to everyone. As you can see, I'm doing more and more talking each episode. So let's go to the story of Heart of Gold. I'm going to talk about how the song came into being, the music, the musical inspiration, and a bit about the record. But Heart of Gold was the fourth single from the Turn Back the Clock album in Britain, Europe, and Asia, and the rest of the world. In the US, it came out later. I think actually by the time Heart of Gold could have been a single over there, I'd left the band. So Heart of Gold is known in many other parts of the world, though. And had a great video by David Fincher. You might have seen a clip of the video in the trailer that I did earlier today on Facebook. I decided not to show it today because I've got too much to cover, but really one of the best videos for me. The Heart of Gold video, excellent. So, what's interesting about this song is it has a deep history with me musically, but I'm going to actually go forward in time from when this was recorded to when I was recording my solo album, Rain Dance. And I needed some backing vocals, some female backing vocals on that album, especially on the song Rain Dance. If anyone of you knows that song, and I'm going to be doing that in a while. We do the rain dance. We do the rain dance. Wow. That was a singer called Renee Geyer. And Renee is an Australian singer, fantastic vocalist. At that time, she was really well known for singing on a lot of the Sting records, Dream of the Blue Turtles, Nothing Like the Sun. If you know the song We'll Be Together Tonight, she's the one that goes, Together. Anyway, that was a famous line from the song. And when Renee came into the studio to work on Rain Dance, she didn't say hello. She just looked at me and said, walking the streets for a handful of money. Love don't come cheap. So that was her introduction to me. She said she loved that song. And really, to a large extent, that's down to the backing vocalists who were on Heart of Gold, Miriam Stockley and Stevie Lang, who were also on other parts of the Turn Back the Clock album, notably I Don't Want to Be a Hero. But they did great on that track. So, it's Heart of Gold means something to, interesting people. Now, there is someone who was on the recording, someone who actually arranged the horn section, that is trumpets, saxes, trombones, the brass section. If you think about it, that line. And that was a wonderful guy called Molly Duncan. And Molly was famous as being one of the founder members of the legendary Scottish soul band, the Average White Band. And I don't know if any of you know the Average White Band. I'm sure there's a good few of you who do. Cut the Cake, Pick Up the Pieces, Atlantic Avenue, When Will You Be Mine. They had an awful lot of hits. And Molly wrote some of them, but he was just an unbelievable sax player. And unfortunately, Molly passed away quite recently, actually. I think he passed away last year. I think it was early last year, or maybe the year before last. And the reason I know that is that me and Mike wanted Molly to come and arrange the horns and play sax on the Wide Awake album. And we'd communicated, we'd emailed, great to be in contact again. I'd worked with Molly in the 90s on some of my solo stuff, so we'd stayed in contact. And me and Mike were actually working on a song with another founder member of the Average White Band, Hamish Stewart. This is a song for Wide Awake, which didn't get put on there, which is another story. Not because it wasn't good enough, but because lockdown happened, the pandemic happened, and we couldn't finish it with Hamish. Anyway, so we kind of knew some of the backstory with Molly and that he wasn't well and tragically passed away. And it was incredibly sad because he was a lovely human, incredibly talented musician, and absolutely did us proud on Heart of Gold, in the same way that I mentioned J.J. Bell on Don't Say It's Love, and J.J. is prominent on Heart of Gold as well, doing a fantastic job. Molly was really a star on this, and you'll hear him on I Don't Want to Be a Hero as well. But I wanted to mention Molly in particular because he'll be sorely missed. The finished recording was mixed by Julian Mendelssohn, who also mixed Turn Back the Clock and Different Seasons, did a great mix of Turn Back the Clock, and did a great mix of Heart of Gold. He was one of the mix engineers of the time. And let's get to some history. Everyone, let's just check in, and then I'll have a cup of tea. Is that Slavik? Hope I got that right. Greetings from Poland. Hello, mate. And Deborah Adore the Saxophone, R.I.P. Yeah, and he was quite the sax player. Nikki, oh Nikki Eid, hello Nikki, how you doing? How's Nick? Hope he's all right. AWB, I'm Scottish. I know you are. Yes, Average White Band. One of the greatest Scottish exports ever. They were such a big band, folks. If you're into soul music, I mean, they were up there with Earth, Wind and Fire, with the Crusaders. They were, top notch. I was a massive fan. I had all their albums. Alice, love Average White Band. He's a fantastic sax player, isn't he? Just absolutely. Eva, hope your mom has a speedy recovery. Sending all my love to your way. Thanks very much, Eva. Zena, the saxophone is an emotional instrument. It really is. And it was very much used in the 80s and obviously the 70s, as you know. Fell out of favor after the 80s and 90s. It started to be a bit of a negative to include a sax. I think people had had enough of, Kenny G and that kind of sound. And now I notice that it's beginning to make a bit of a comeback. So anyway, what have we got here? Hi Clark from Nippon. How you doing? Konnichiwa. Chiho. Hope I got that right. Antonio. Ciao Clark. I guess that's a lovely greeting from an Italian. Thank you very much, man. Ciao. Bonjour, Jerome. We have to find a name to your fox, Clark. Yeah, I've got. Well, yes, that's an interesting point. Bien Orellana Bacara. I'm sure I didn't get that right. Hi, Clark. Very nice show from Philippines. Hello. Thank you for staying up. That's wonderful. Neil Martin, love a bit of saxophone. We need more. I totally agree. Well, I noticed The Weeknd is using it, which is a good sign, and using it really well as well. Darren, it was amazing to meet your mother and you at the concert in London 2 years ago. Oh, Darren, how cool is that? Yeah, she's quite a person, lovely person. Sylvia, Average White Band was a great band, had many of their albums and saw them in concert. Yeah, me too. And fantastic band. Okay, cup of tea, bear with me. There you go, this is my Fox mug. My daughter gave that to me, actually. I can probably put that here. Just don't want to spill anything. Okay, so before I went on air, I was kind of hurriedly putting all of this together. I'd started last couple of days, but I kept remembering things that I wanted to include with it. So really, Heart of Gold as a song, the music started with this. This was my second solo single, I Don't Want You. That came out in the early 80s and was written by, of course, myself, produced by Mickey Most, the legendary producer of Kim Wilde, Hot Chocolate, The Animals, The Yardbirds, Donovan, and Calvin's dad. He was Calvin's dad. Mickey's passed away now, but Mickey signed me as a solo artist after I joined a band that had Calvin in it already, called Hot Club, and was signed to Rack Records. And so this was my first record on Rack Records, I Don't Want You. The actual finished record was not as good as the demo I did. The demo had a really good vibe. And the reason I'm saying that it plays a part in Heart of Gold's history is that it's a feel that I've returned to a few times that I've always loved. So this is I Don't Want You, and I'll go into Heart of Gold just for a second, if I can remember this. Once there used to be a time when I dream of making you mine, but that was a part of our yesterday. Now I see things in a different way. Baby, now I don't want you, no, tired of always giving, faceless men pay. So you get the idea. I was going on a bit there. And actually, I returned to that later on in the song that I mentioned earlier from my solo work, Rain Dance, but that's for another time. So I Don't Want You played its part in the sense of I was always trying to get into that kind of vibe. Now, where did that come from? Well, I really was inspired by this record, Fly Too High by Janis Ian. Do you know that one? Run too fast, fly too high. That one, which was produced by the legendary producer Giorgio Moroder. Fantastic record, and really influenced me. The feel, not the melody or even the chords. It was more the feel of it that I really got. Now, I'm talking so much, I'm gonna have another drink. So, when it came to Heart of Gold, I was listening a little bit before that to this record. Rick James, Mr. Policeman. Mr. Policeman was a really influential record for me. I mean, what he talks about is police brutality in the US, and amazing that this was recorded so long ago. And unfortunately, still prevalent today, still a problem. And but the thing that got me about Mr. Policeman, although I really dug the lyrics, he expressed it really well, was the groove, which was again kind of Heart of Gold like, but he had this great synth horn line in it. You'll have to listen to it anyway. And again, it's not the same as but it was more this sense of these different elements coming together. So there's nothing that's particularly direct, but yeah, it has this whole musical journey behind it. I was always working towards the song that became Heart of Gold. So, how are we all doing, everyone? Lots of messages here. I just had to have some tea there. We've got Primavera Groove. Hello, Paz. How you doing down there in Santiago? Hi, Claire, Gary Snow, Marcia Moore, Gillian Bryant. That must be a whole bunch of you. Or is that one name? I don't know. Vicente, hi Clark, very happy to see you. Greetings from Veracruz, Mexico. Vicente, thank you very much. Muchas gracias for joining. Carolina Venade, Motown, the name says everything. Good sounds. Yeah, what a stable of music. Amazing. So, here we go. Maria, hi from Chile. I love your songs. My best memories of youth. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. So, let's get into a lot of you have mentioned this, the lyrical story of Heart of Gold. And as you know, it's about a prostitute, which could mean a lot of things, let's face it. Now, why would I write a song about a prostitute? Well, in some ways, this goes back to when I was very young, and although I haven't seen this film for many years, and I'm sure it's got its problems because I was a kid when I saw it, but there was a famous film called From Here to Eternity, which starred Burt Lancaster and Natalie Wood, if I remember. And there was a character in the story, it's based on a novel, who was a prostitute, and it was actually a very, very heartbreaking story. I think I cried at the end of it. I was very emotional. And basically, I think it was the first time I'd seen a depiction of a prostitute in a film, And it was one that was done with a degree of empathy and sympathy for that time. And I think that had a profound effect. It tried to look at the character as a human. Why were they in that situation? Did they want to get out of it? And yeah, it was a really sad story, quite a hard hitting one as well. So, not really wanting to dwell on the movie. If any of you have seen it, you may understand my reference there. The song, basically, most of the song is an external perception, especially a male perception, of a female prostitute. She's a girl who likes her living, never tired of always giving. Faceless men pay for the pleasure, and the nights go on and on. And on it goes. Walking the streets for a handful of money. Love don't come cheap with a heart of gold. She's indiscreet, but to me, girl, it's funny that they pay for the love of a girl with a pure heart of gold. Now, that's the first time I reference the fact that there's a lot more to this person, as there is any human being. And it wasn't until I got to the middle section, but something about her makes me cry. The light is fading from her eyes. Memories of girlish purity, I think that means childhood innocence, where love surrenders, where really it was about love more than anything. And I bear in mind, I wrote this when I was in my early 20s, so I probably would phrase this a bit differently these days. But I hope it got the point across that the perception that people had at that time, and certainly still do today, is so one-dimensional, because we don't know why that person is in that situation. Do they want to be? Do they not want to be? Is it economic hardship that's forced them to be in that situation? Why is that okay? When, to be honest, if that is the case, it's absolutely not. And, you know, people like to use this phrase, oh, it's the oldest profession on the planet. How the hell does anyone know that? Of course it's not. It's ludicrous. Probably the oldest profession on the planet is survival, hunting. I'm not meaning to judge it, by the way. You know, different people have different reasons for doing different things, but what gets me is if people are forced into it, whether because they don't have enough money or because there's some unscrupulous man or men behind them forcing them to do it, which is unbelievably abhorrent in my opinion. So that's where I was coming from, really, to say, you know, this person didn't dream of the life that she ended up having. She dreamt of something else when she was younger, and she should have had the chance to fulfill those dreams, not be in the situation she ended up being. That was my point. And I think what amazes me is, I mean, for me, equality between women and men, it's not an issue. It's a fact. It's a fact of life. We are equal. It's just that the world has twisted that equality to say that we're not. But fundamentally, of course we are. Societally speaking, no, we're not. And that has to change. It's been too long to have such an imbalance against women. So it's a really big thing for me. First, you know, how we treat the planet, then how we treat women, children, ethnic minorities, etc. But, you know, women are up there with the planet. And it's no accident that we refer to the planet, who we are destroying as we speak, as Mother Earth. We don't call the planet Father Earth, we call the planet Mother Earth. The birther of all things. This planet gives us so much, brings so much life into being, including us. No matter what you believe, you know, spiritually speaking or not, that is a fact. We couldn't be here without Mother Earth. So I think there's a direct correlation in terms of how we treat women. And, you know, not all cultures and not all places in the world treat women in the same way. Progress has been made in certain places, and less so in others, obviously. I think what amazes me, before I go to some of your comments here, what amazes me is that I wrote that song back in 86, 87, and I was trying to shine a light on the human behind the label. And here we are in 2021, where women's rights have advanced, though not nearly enough, and certainly not across the world, let's face it. But in certain parts of the world, women's rights have advanced. And yet now it is practically celebrated when people in music refer to women as whores and bitches. They get obituaries on, the mainstream news media. There was one recently on the BBC. I'm not just talking about rap, by the way. I know everyone's going to think that I'm going on about rap. I think it's in pop. I think it's in hip hop. And, it's all colors of people. It's shocking to me that some of these people are incredibly wealthy, having made unbelievably dangerous, disparaging and hateful comments about women. So it's kind of the other way round now. Whore is used as a put down, as a control mechanism. And I was trying to do the opposite. I was going to say, that's not who she is. She's this human being. So where are we going, people? I don't know. Sometimes I do despair, I have to say. In amongst the fact that in those genres of music, there's still some good music. I'm not saying it's all like that at all. But I think most of you probably know what I mean. Maria Fisk, women used to be more powerful until the church changed that. Maria, that is a very poignant statement, and I'll get into that in another Journey song, okay? Because I go there with my solo music more, and I'm going to continue to, by the way, with my new song. So good point. But I think it's unfair to say just the church. Yes, if you're from a Christian background, maybe, but there's more to it than that. Linda Maria McCaffrey, I love your ethical stance. Thank you, Linda Maria. I hope it makes sense. Where are we? Interesting. Jerome, I remember the version of Roxanne from George Michael. Yeah, it was very touching, wasn't it? It exuded that same sense of empathy. Yeah. And of course, I have to say, Sting, who wrote that song, one of the great writers, I think. One of the great writers. Carolina, a beautiful and touching story behind the music. Nowadays, it's rare to find songs inspired on serious things, real life, like this one. We miss artists like you. Well, thank you, Carolina. Yeah, I miss them as well. I think they're out there. I just think they don't get supported by the big record labels and the media outlets anymore. I'm sorry to say. Eric Todd Lewis, if you can see it, there is a light shining on you right now. The universe agrees with you. Thank you, Eric. That's a lovely thought, and I certainly hope that's the case. Mel Coleman, yay, I'm here. Sounds like you just arrived, Mel. I'm glad you're here. Alison Bowler, hi Clark. It's so interesting to hear the stories behind the songs and the process you go through. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. You're very, very welcome, everyone. I mean, I could go through a lot of other messages here. Melissa, on a very different note. Hi, Clark. Sorry I'm late. I've been making carrot cake. Yes, not quite the same subject, but good, because I did say, as you can see in my biscuits there, which I can't eat until I've sung, or else, my voice won't be as good. Time for a tea break. I've really been talking today. Okay. So, thank you, everyone. I think it's time for a bit of music. I've just got to turn up my headphones. Hang on. Okay. So, let's get into it. As I say before, people, I don't really rehearse this. I just want to do it with a bit of spontaneity and the energy that comes with that. So, here we go. She's a girl who likes a living, never tired of always giving. Faceless men pay for the pleasure, and the nights go on and on. Walking the streets for a handful of money. Love don't come cheap with a heart of gold. She's indiscreet, but to me, girl, it's funny when they pay for the love of a girl with a pure heart of gold. She ain't hungry for a lover. When it's over, there's another. Loneliness won't be a problem when the nights go on and on, baby. Walking the streets for a handful of money. Love don't come cheap with a heart of gold. She's indiscreet, but to me, girl, it's funny when they pay for the love of a girl with a pure heart of gold. Do, do, do. But something about her makes me cry. The light is fading from her eyes. Memories of girlish purity, where love surrenders. Oh yeah. And the nights go on and on, yeah. Walking the streets for a handful of money. Love don't come cheap with a heart of gold. She's indiscreet, but to me, girl, it's funny when they pay for the love of a girl with a pure heart of gold. When they pay for the love of a girl with a pure heart of gold. There we go, Heart of Gold, with an improvised ending. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. It's an energetic song to play, a lot of power in it, and I think it's partly because I feel strongly about the subject. Anyway, I hope I have explained the journey of the song a little bit. Let's see what everyone is saying here. Vanessa, what a fantastic version. Thank you very much, Clark. You're welcome, Vanessa. We've got Multi-Retro Man, applause. Thank you. Zena, amazing. Linda Maria, brilliant. I'm not just picking out these positive ones. Thank you so much. Someone called Only You. Hello, Clark. I love you. Your voice is magic. Thank you so much. I did make a couple of mistakes in there on the keyboard. Sorry, I did say. I don't prepare it too much. Rosemary, looking forward to this sessions every Saturday. It's so interesting. Thanks. Sorry for being late today. No problem. Oh, goodness. Life goes on, huh? Caroline, Paula Allen, private concert. That's what it is, isn't it? Okay, everyone. Lovely messages. Liz Ann, on and on. Yeah. And the nights go. So, I hope that... what's this? We loved seeing you in the 80s at Shepherd's Bush Green Wogan show. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's great. Claire, that's going back a bit. My goodness. I remember that show well. Yeah, very cool. Well, everyone, Julie says, beautiful, thank you. You're welcome, Julie, of course. And Nav says, nice. You're welcome too, Nav. Marek, the JHA CD has been with me for over 30 years, always reminding me of my London, the best place on earth. Marek, that's lovely for you to say that. And I'm sure London feels the same way about you. Well, everyone, we are at 5:40. I think it's time to say adios. Thank you very much for listening to the story of Heart of Gold. I hope it made sense what I was saying, especially about how the contemporary music scene has got some work to do. I really do think it does. But that doesn't mean there aren't talented people out there and some good people in those particular areas of music as well. It's not just black and white. It's not right or wrong. It's just there are certain things we need to be much more protective of and realize the ramifications of what we're doing in the wider world. In my opinion, people, music is not just music. Lyrics are not just lyrics. Everything has an effect. So we've got to put positivity and intelligence into our lyrics and into our music, because that's what the world needs. It needs balance. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I can see you're still sending me lovely messages, and I really appreciate everything you're saying here. Can you say, please talk about the video before you finish? Okay, very quickly, the video, as I mentioned earlier, directed by David Fincher, who went on to become, a huge Hollywood director. Seven, Benjamin Butterfly, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, amazing director. And we did that at the same time as we did the black and white version of Shattered Dreams. So we went over to LA and we crammed in these two really high quality videos in a short amount of time. And it was a great experience, and he and his team were such professionals, and I'd like to think by that time we were as well. Okay, everyone, thank you. I'm seeing lovely messages, and I say adios. I'm going to sign out. Next week, join me for, am I right in saying this? Yes, Different Seasons. Different Seasons is next week. So I hope to see you then, 5 o'clock UK time, next Saturday. And like I say, this is going to go on for over a year. And if I've got the stamina, it will go on beyond that. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a really good week. Look after yourselves. And thank you so much for joining me and your lovely support. Okay, take care. Ciao.